Let me tell you a little something. Chauvin case. Innocent, guilty. Man, I really don't give a flying fuck. But, there's two different things from last summer to this summer. Last summer there was an election. This summer there is not. Riot, steal, shoot, rob, kill. You do your thing. Because we're coming this time. Arm up. Stay safe. What's up?
Shalom. Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashim Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the Church of Great Millstone. And shalom to the sincere and hopeful elect. You brothers out there that's prophesying in the true name and in the true doctrine about the times we're in, headed to, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Is your brother Quadash Paya. And as you saw the clip that I played with this Edomite dude, I guess sending a threat towards, these BML and Tifa, which I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's paid off, obviously. But you see, we're not even in the summertime yet. And you have protests and riots going on. After that, the shooting of the younger dude, Dwight something, I forget at this very moment, where the lady mistaken a gun for a taser. And you see people rioting now over there in Minnesota. You see people even in Italy. And this was going on a little bit before over the whole Second Amendment that I guess Biden, is taking away with his executive orders. So all these protests and riots right now, they're staged in my eyes for problem, reaction, solution. But nonetheless, it's prophecy, which I'm gonna get some scriptures. It's prophecy, for this to happen. As a matter of fact, it tells you in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. We see that. We see lately there's been more earthquakes. There's been volcanic eruptions. There's been, the crops are becoming more in drought, and then this is the time where you have like insects and locusts. I mean, these are prophetic things that's been going on. We've been seeing uproars of the people in the world. You're seeing that happening globally, right? Especially over the whole pandemic as well. So it says, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, goes into how, watching and about the prophecies that are unfolding. Matter of fact, we could start at the top. It says, 2nd Ezra 9:1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the times diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. And remember, Yahweh Shai warned us about the times in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, and some of it was taking place in 70 AD, and some of it hasn't, right? But he warned us about things that will happen and occur before his second coming. And see, these are the Edomites. Our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians, which are the biblical Israelites. We've always been having conflict and friction with these crackers, which they're starting to show their horns and who they are and the real hatred they have for our people, right? It's not about a cop shooting the kid. You got our people killing each other more, but it's showing you that you're going to have, like the scriptures tell you, one people shall stand up and fight against another, right? And matter of fact, I want to get this in Exodus chapter 17, verse 16. It says, "For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation, which is the grandson of Esau, which are, like the scriptures say, which are the Edomites, which is the forefathers of you so-called white people, man. And we still to this day are having conflict with them, man. Right? Now, I want to get, I don't need this precept. Okay, alright. This is the book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." So this is showing you the wrath of Esau, right? Of these other nations, the Edomites primarily, because he pursued his brother with the sword. Who's his brother? Jacob. When you go into the birth of Jacob and Esau, right? Even going back to Cain and Abel, where he committed the first murder, you know? So those are their forefathers, and in the spirit, they're coming back. They're here now. You know? Matter of fact, which is reincarnation. But I'm not going to get into that reincarnation right now, because that's a whole nother topic. Now, you know, we're not, the scriptures clearly tell you, matter of fact, let's get that. Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." And our people are in captivity to this day. It says, "He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword." Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And the patience and the faith of the saints are not held with weapons. We're not. You know, the men that are prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine, we're not out here rioting or condoning any of that, right? The Black Lives Matter protests, because those are all paid off, right? We're spiritually watching prophecies unfolding. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. It says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringeth into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach Yahushai." So with this word is powerful. You know, is considered as a two-edged sword. Let me get that. Right, and this word is what we're bringing out, the gospel. You know, it doesn't go back void. The scriptures say, you know, that's what we use, right, to the bringing down of strongholds. Because with this word being brought out through the apostles on up, right, things have been being exposed. Right now, this is the book of Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. "For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart." So this is how we're bringing down strongholds, right? And, you know, what we're watching right now is a whole nother summer of, like the dude said, you know, last summer it was an election. This summer is not. And he said, "We're coming for you." So these were his words, end quote, right? So, you know, the scriptures warned us about the uproars of the people, and one people fighting against another. That's one nation against another, right? And real quick, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 31. It says, "And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another." So you're going to have nations rising up against nation, different race, different class wars, you know. And you have this whole thing of racism and this, that, and the third going on. Well, it's problem, reaction, solution, and also divide and conquer, right? Even amongst our own people, the tribes. Now, one people against another and one realm against another. So scriptures tell you we battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, right? We're dealing with spirits and demons. A lot of people are possessed with, right? And there's word going out. People don't want to hear it, you know, but it's prophecy manifesting itself as we prophesy of these things unfolding while it unfolds, and even before, you know, because that's what prophesying is, man. You know, we're warning the people, watchmen, you know, but we have one realm against another, the spirit of the Lord against Esau, with his witchcraft and sorcery that they're using on the left hand side to try to bring out, you know, the RFID chip and so on and so forth, with their media, you know, switching up the narratives, right? So we're supposed to be watching for these things, because the scriptures warned us these things must come to pass, you know. So with that, you know, keep your eyes peeled, you know, and seek ye the Lord while he may be found, because this is the only way we're going to get any type of reparation or salvation. You know, not marching, not protesting, not, you know, warring of the flesh. You know, because that's what these 2/3 are going to do, right? The Lord is he's steering things up, you know. And also, this is also reasons and scapegoats to bring in the National Guard, right? To bring in, just look at how over there in Minnesota, how strategically and how they were operating. You know, they brought in the National Guards, you know. So this is more of a reason for a police state. Then you have the military distributing, you know, the jab. So people are already used to seeing them around, you see. Then we got wars and rumors of wars out. They might just bring in the blue helmets, the UN troops, NATO, which things are going to get severe for them to bring in foreign troops. But nonetheless, man, keep your eyes peeled, man. Stay spiritual. And with that, I hope this video is edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.